My last year of high school, I finally auditioned for my school's musical. I really wanted to do well because I really wanted to do the show after all those years of people trying to convince me to do a musical. I was also up against a lot of talented people, and I knew that. It turned out that I did do really well. I didn't only get cast in the show, I got cast as one of the characters. Her name was Iris, and the second I saw my name next to hers, I felt a connection. Walking in with a full awareness of everyone else being better than me and having no idea what I was doing, I guess that alone was kind of like being in the dark. One day, some of my friends were joking about forgetting how to use mic tape. Little did they know that the mic check process had been giving me anxiety attacks for days. Being there got less and less scary. I wanted to do really well in the part, so I worked really hard. I had my lines memorized within weeks of getting the script, over a full month before they were due. I constantly thought about how Iris would react to the things around her. We were required to think of a secret our character had. I thought of two. To become my character, I even studied ballet terms and how to kiss a guy, both things required of my character and both things I had never done. Being on stage stressed me out less, as did being in the theater at all. Costume runs and mic checks stopped giving me anxiety. I even learned how to do my own makeup. Things got a whole lot brighter. One of the beautiful things about the theater is that it's literally entirely dark. The magic that the setting of the theater creates is amazing. When we started runs with the tech, the feeling of the lights dropping, of waiting in the dark for the music, was the most awesome sensation in the world. You could feel the tension of everything sitting on edge, waiting for the show to start. Opening night, the figurative darkness and the literal darkness kind of combined. That night there would be an audience. My first time playing a character in a musical in front of an audience. That knowledge was terrifying. All that day getting ready, I had this weird kind of nervousness constantly popping up. As I put on my makeup, as I put on my costume, as I put on my mic, as I checked my mic, as we stretched and warmed up our voices, as we did our circle to get hyped up, and worst of all, as we waited. While we were busy, I could laugh through the terror, but waiting was nearly unbearable. Finally, the time came. There were about 5 minutes left until showtime. We all gathered in the wings. I was between excitement and fear at that point. In the end, they were kind of the same thing. We all prepared ourselves, knowing that this was finally it, the real moment. Then the magical thing happened. The lights went down, and the entire theater was dark. The energy, the tension, the anticipation was tangible. The silence was so thick it was almost loud. We all sat there in the black non-light, waiting. That felt like forever. Then the music started, you could feel the production come alive, and all my friends went on stage. You see, my character didn't appear for quite a few scenes in the show. By the end of the first song, I was the only actor backstage. You would think the audience applauding after the first scene would have made the audience seem real to me. I mean, I did know at that point that they were there, but it really hit me 4 scenes into the show. I was waiting backstage with my friends, with still a few scenes left until my first one. One of the actors made a dreadful pun about peanut butter, one that, having heard it nearly every day for 3 months, was only moderately funny, if that. When I heard giggles, soft laughter coming from the audience, I was in shock. There they were, a live audience reacting to the things we were playing out on the stage in the moment, laughing about stupid peanut butter jokes I had stopped laughing at long ago. We were doing a live performance. There is no feeling more beautiful. Finally, the scene before mine came. I was waiting backstage for my character's big introduction. The terror, which had subsided as the show played out, was back. As the actor on stage sang, with every note my nerves grew and grew, stronger and stronger. Then the song was over. only a few more lines. Our music director started playing the notes that cued me in. At that point, I did something I probably shouldn't have. They say the house will be so dark that you won't be able to see them out there. I had been performing long enough to know that wasn't true. As I walked on stage and took my place where I would be the center of attention, I took the whole thing in. Being on stage as someone else, with people paying to watch me. I took a small look around, just absorbed the audience in their presence. It wasn't big enough for anyone to notice. I watched the video of the show afterward, and even I didn't notice, and I'm the one who did it, so it must have been really small. After I took in the audience, the fear was gone. Even though I was pretty new to acting, I had been performing for years. I took in the people sitting in the dark, then removed myself from them. I let go of Lizzo and became Iris.